If you've been told you need a food handler card, whether to work at a food establishment or sell homemade food, it's easy to assume that any provider offering one online will work. Most of them say the same things: approved, fast, accepted. The problem is that those claims aren't always true. I'm Gavin, the program administrator for FoodSafePal. I've spent years reviewing state and county food handler requirements and working directly with health departments. And I see this issue come up all the time. Food handler cards are required by many states and local health departments, and many only recognize cards from specific programs. If you earn a card that isn't accepted where you live or work, you've wasted time and money, and you'll have to spend more time and money earning it again from a provider your health department does accept. What makes this especially confusing is that there's no single national food handler card and no central place to check. Two courses can look almost identical online, yet only one may actually be accepted where you live. So let's walk through how to tell whether a food handler card is legit before you enroll. The first thing to look for is whether the course is accredited by the ANSI National Accreditation Board, also known as ANAB. ANAB-Accredited food handler programs go through an independent review process to make sure the course and exam meet national standards. This helps prevent companies from creating a course and simply claiming it's valid. If a food handler card is ANAB accredited, the accreditation mark should appear on the certificate or wallet card. You can also confirm providers through the public ANAB directory. That said, accreditation is important, but it's not the final step. Even ANAB accredited food handler cards are not accepted everywhere. Some states have their own approval process. For example, Utah requires providers to be individually approved. Other states like Washington and Alaska offer their own food handler training and don't accept outside programs at all. In some areas, acceptance is handled at the county level. Certain counties contract with a single approved provider, which means only that provider's card is accepted locally. Because of this, it's important to confirm acceptance based on where you live or work, not just whether the card is accredited. Legitimate providers should clearly disclose whether their food handler card is accepted. There are also a few red flags to be aware of that suggest a company may not be legit. One major red flag is a provider that does not hold ANAB accreditation but uses vague phrases like health department accepted, approved, or recognized. Another red flag is when acceptance information is hard to find or missing entirely. Even good programs aren't accepted everywhere, and that information should be clear up front, not something you discover after finishing the course. A related issue is when the full responsibility for verifying acceptance is pushed onto you. While rules do vary by location, trustworthy programs take ownership of clearly communicating where their cards are and are not accepted. So here's what it comes down to. A food handler card is only legit if it's ANAB accredited and accepted where you live or work. There's no universal card, and marketing claims alone aren't enough. The safest approach is to choose a provider that's transparent about accreditation, clear about acceptance, and upfront about any limits before you enroll. If you're ready to earn your ANAB accredited food handler card, you can do so completely online in about 90 minutes at FoodSafePal.com. We always disclose where our training isn't approved, so you don't have to guess.